Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. In the local scene, the Department of Interior and Local Government has recognized the Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Albay for its outstanding legislative performance. During the 33rd National Convention of the Provincial Board Members League of the Philippines, Acting Vice Governor Ray Bragais presented the SPA members with a plaque of recognition. This award acknowledges the Sangguniang's exceptional local governance mechanisms, which earned them the Seal of Good Local Governance Provincial Award for 2024, the highest honor granted by the DILG. In addition to the Albay, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Camarines Sur, Camarines Norte, Sorsogon, and Catanduanes in the Bicol region also received this recognition. SPA members who have completed 3 terms were honored for their outstanding commitment to public service. The PBMLP National Convention took place from March 17 to 19, 2025 at the Central Park Hotel in Manila. In other story, the Albay Provincial Education Department has allocated a budget of 1,622,000 pesos for educational assistance to community colleges in the province of Albay. This significant allocation will benefit 811 students from 22 community colleges across Albay. The funds are divided by district. 864,000 pesos for the 15 community colleges in the first district, 120,000 pesos for the second district, and 638,000 pesos for the third district. Each eligible student will receive a cash of 2,000 pesos to help offset their educational costs. On March 19 and 20, the department distributed educational assistance to 435 students in the first district and 319 in the third district, while distributions for the second district was on March 21, 2025. These initiatives aims to support the students in the province of Albay and strengthen the local educational sector. In the national scene, Attorney Harry Roque has announced that he will not force himself to be part of the former President Rodrigo Duterte's legal team. Roque, who previously served as a presidential legal counsel, mentioned that if the Vice President Sara Duterte does not want him on the team, he will not insist on representing her father. He also emphasized that even if former President Duterte requested his assistance, he would prefer not to join the legal team. Roque expressed that Vice President Sara Duterte needs to show her support and seek help from others, and stated that he has always been a follower of VP Sara and intends to continue supporting her regardless of her decisions. Vice President Sara Duterte previously revealed that Attorney Roque would not be part of the legal team being formed to defend her father. Roque noted that there are only a limited number of slots available for lawyers, and he prefers all members of the legal team to have prior experience with the International Criminal Court. Nicholas Kaufman has been identified as the primary defense counsel for the former president, and Kaufman confirmed that the legal team will consist of 5 members, including 1 Filipino lawyer. In other story, the International Criminal Court has begun taking initial steps to organize the appropriate participation of victims affected by the violent drug war during the tenure of former President Rodrigo Duterte. On March 21, the ICC instructed the Victims' Participation and Preparation or Reparation section to outline the process for the application and registration of victims. These victims will have the opportunity to testify in the ongoing case against former President Duterte, who is accused of committing crimes against humanity. ICC Assistant Counsel Christina Conti mentioned that the victims as representatives are ready to work with the Victims Participation and Reparations section to clarify and establish the procedures to be followed. Victims will be allowed to attend hearings or submit written statements regarding their concerns to the ICC. As the procedure is determined, the victims as representatives will await further instructions and guidelines from the International Criminal Court. Attorney Conte stated that the victims must submit signed applications to participate in the trial, along with a statement detailing their victimization and confirmation of their relationship to the case, as well as any other relevant information and documentation. Conte emphasized that the victims' identities and their families will remain confidential throughout the trial. She further assured that the ICC will implement appropriate measures to safeguard the victims' safety, health, psychological well-being, dignity, and confidentiality. In other news, the families of individuals who were victims of extrajudicial killings during former President Rodrigo Duterte's brutal war on drugs are prepared to express their sentiments and concerns to the International Criminal Court and seek reparations. Duterte was detained last week and handed over to the ICC in The Hague, Netherlands, to face prosecution and allegations of crimes against humanity, especially murder, regarding the thousands killed in his drug campaign. In a ruling dated March 21, the ICC's pre-trial chamber instructed the court registry to file observations concerning the victims' families' applications to participate in the case against Duterte. The registry is responsible for the managing of court documents and ensuring that all relevant procedures are followed. According to human rights lawyer Christina Conti, who is assisting the victims' families in the investigation of the former president's case, this order means the registry should establish mechanisms and modes for those who wish to be involved in the pre-trial stage. And in the news outside the country, Israel has consistently warned Hamas that it will continue to attack until the hostages are released. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz stated that troops are prepared to occupy major parts of Gaza, and they also encouraged Gazans to evacuate ahead of severe bombardments. Katz emphasized that Israel would seize much of the territory unless Hamas agreed to release the hostages. Hamas has indicated that it is in communication with mediation countries like Qatar and Egypt to deter Israeli assaults and to restore a ceasefire. In the last 2 weeks, or 2 days, at least 500 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli airstrikes. And finally, in the news outside the country, at least 3 firefighters and a public servant have lost their lives in a wildfire in South Korea, prompting the government to declare a state of emergency in southeastern regions. According to South Korea's Interior Ministry, the fire broke out in Sancheong County on Friday afternoon, leading to the deployment of 304 troops and 20 helicopters. More than 200 residents in 15 communities in the south have been instructed to evacuate as reported. Wildfires have also erupted in various other locations across the country, with 16 incidents reported on Saturday alone, according to the Korea Forest Service. The Interior Ministry later declared a state of emergency in Ulsan, as well as north and south Gyeongsang provinces due to the extensive damage caused by simultaneous wildfires across the country. The Forest Service has issued severe fire warnings, the highest level in 12 areas, including North and South Gyeongsang provinces, Busan and Daejeon. Zhangjiang, located in South Gyeongsang Province, lies approximately 250 kilometers southeast of Seoul. Local sources indicate that certain sections of the region's highways have been closed as a safety precaution. South Korea's acting president Choi Sang-mok has directed relevant authorities to mobilize all available equipment and personnel quickly to extinguish the fire. Heat waves and heavy rainfall are well-known examples of extreme weather linked to climate change. Other events such as forest fires, drought, storm or snowstorms, and tropical storms can arise from a complex interaction of various elements. And that's all for the News at 12, March 24, 2025. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to our news writer, Albay PIO and Dan Rokyon. And on the technical side, Tad Bobis. Of course, our Provincial Information Officer, Mary Luduca Castillo. And under the supervision of our Governor, Baby Glenn Daong Bungao, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.